my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, being incarcerated for a lengthy amount of time, or any amount of time, in fact, can really change your perception of the place whose four walls you see day in and day out. Now, this was the case for the late icon Nelson Mandela, whose 18 years of imprisonment on Robben Island meant that it was both his refuge and purgatory, as depicted in the original lithograph series by Madiba.
So Henry Taylor, the owner of the Art Curator Gallery in Somerset West, has brought along 6 of these limited edition prints, which can be currently be viewed at the gallery, to the Expresso studio. And of course, these are absolutely incredible. We just wanted to find out a bit more about the symbolism of these vivid drawings. So Henry, welcome to Expresso. It's lovely to have you.
Thank you.
First and foremost, you've acquired these from the Nelson Mandela Foundation. Can somebody own one of these prints?
Yes, with these prints over here, this is a limited edition over here that we've actually got, which is a HC copy. There was only 30 editions of this being done. HC actually stands for hard copy, which actually means that Nelson Mandela himself actually approved the final printing of these pieces.
Incredible.
Before he signed them off to actually say, okay, now we're going to do 5,000 copies to let them go towards the, go out to the public and that.
That's powerful. What was the purpose and the process behind commissioning these in 2003?
Well, Nelson Mandela, the reason why he actually did the sketches and painted the sketches, that he wanted people to see the positive light that he saw the pictures that he did in. He also wanted to let people realize that their dreams can be achieved if they were prepared to actually endure life's challenges.
That's powerful.
It really is, though. You know, when I take a look at these images, they seem quite simple, but there's something really valuable about them. You know, there's imagery that is kind of familiar. So what's the symbolism behind each of these drawings?
Well, each one has got a story behind it. He did it for, as I said, for positiveness. Well, let's just take over here. Let's take the first one, which is the...
Oh, wow.
The cell where he's looking out, and he's got in the background, he's got Table Mountain there. Now, Table Mountain, from his prison cell, he could not actually really see Table Mountain. So that specific piece symbolized peace and freedom to him. Then we've got, let's take the prison cell.
Yeah.
This is a view into the prison cell, into his cell. This over here shows you what he actually possessed. All he possessed was a couple of items, and that was all. But this sketch actually symbolized the harshness of the prison. Then we've got the church. Now, the church was actually very, very important to Nelson Mandela. He and the prisoners were not allowed to enter the church. So this specific piece symbolized to Nelson religion and the spiritual feeling of being free. Then we've got the lighthouse. As we know what the lighthouse is, it's usually to protect passing ships from the treacherous waters that were around Robben Island. And as we know, there were many shipwrecks around there. But the lighthouse symbolized to Nelson Mandela, it was part of freedom and also the oppression that he had to endure. Then we've got the dock. This was actually very important because the docking, when the prisoners docked at the harbour, they were stripped of their clothes, stripped of their possessions, and also then all their identity was taken away. They were given prison clothes. This specific piece symbolised to Nelson the prison that they were going to, and then the water symbolised the freedom that they left behind.
Wow.
Then the last one that we haven't discussed was the...
I think that's about all that we have
There
here.
was one other one.
Another one,
There was one, but that was the memorabilia that he actually did about the paintings itself. But that was a little bit more involved about the colours, why he used on everything. But I didn't bring that one. That we
it's
can
all
see in the
good.
gallery if you want to.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Henry, for being here. Why these pictures are so powerful is that we get to see what Nelson saw through his eyes, and that is so beautiful, you know. So thank you. Thank you,
Thank
really,
you
for
very
being
much,
here.
Thank you very much,
Absolutely
Chef.
amazing. Well, there we have it. Those are some of the pieces that you can see right here. And of course, hopefully, if you've ever gotten the chance to see Robben Island, you can see what Nelson Mandela, the icon, actually saw through his own eyes.